Hey guys, Brad from RotoHeat back at it with another 2020 rookie profile. Today we're talking Kmet, tight end, Notre Dame. Don't forget, if you've liked all the content you've been seeing from the RotoHeat channel here on YouTube, like and subscribe so you can stay up to date with everything that we're kicking out for this 2020 rookie class. He's 6'5", 250 pounds, and in 3 years at Notre Dame, he had 60 catches for 691 yards and 6 touchdowns. That's 11.5 yards per catch. We do want to note that in 2019, he had most of that production. 43 catches, 515 yards, and 6 touchdowns. It's duly noted that Notre Dame is a tight end factory. They had Alize Mack and Durham Smythe and plenty of other tight ends that played ahead of Kmet. For athletic ability, we gave him a 6.9 out of 10. We saw him get moved all over the formation at Notre Dame. He was able to make some big plays. He was able to do some things that will probably make him one of the top, if not the top, tight ends coming out of this class. When we look back at it, he's a pretty quick kid. He's got a nice suddenness and burst to his game, and has a good ability to kind of get out into open space and flow with the play really well. And I think that helped his athletic ability score quite well. For toughness, we gave him a 7.5 out of 10. Notre Dame has a storied history of producing NFL tight ends. Think of the Kyle Rudolphs of the world. The kid is just as tough, just as physical. When we watched tape this year of him blocking, he really didn't shy away from contact and was willing to take on edge rushers, linebackers, anybody that would come at him. There were times where we saw he would get kind of thrown off balance or guys that would overpower him. But that's to be expected with a kid who's really only his first full season of starting with Notre Dame. There's a lot to like about his game, and he's got a very strong physical presence at the point of attack. For hands, we gave him a 7.3 out of 10. Another area that we thought was a really strong point for him. The interesting thing is he really didn't play a lot in his first 2 years at Notre Dame, and when they gave him starter minutes and opportunities, he really made the most of it. You saw him make kind of highlight reel type catches where he would extend out, and he has a big wingspan, so obviously that helps. But he could box out defenders and get. He went up and high pointed a few of those passes, and there's a lot to like about the hands of Kmet. For Yak, the yards after catch ability, we gave him a 6.6 out of 10. Definitely not his strongest suit, but he has the ability to make some things happen after he gets the ball in his hands. We saw times where he was able to make some big plays, and he has that. I think with time in the NFL, he'll obviously have that. You'll see where he'll have the ability to kind of develop some of these areas. So we graded him lesser in yak and route running and athletic ability, but you're going to see more of that. I mean, obviously, we're only evaluating a full season of college tape, and there's so much more that he's going to be able to get from coaching and scheme and just overall playing time at the next level, that I anticipate that most of these will go up. Kid's a hard worker and very good tight end coming out this year. For route running, we gave him a 6.4 out of 10. Just like with all these other categories, time and will give more opportunity to see the development of this player. Notre Dame moved him around quite a bit. He kind of motioned all over the offense. So there's definitely a plus to his route running, and the ability for him to pick up the playbook at the next level will help that. He's a smart kid. You could see that he was reading defenses and being able to see some of the open spots in the defenses and go to those, especially when the play broke down and Ian Book had to get out of the pocket. Met was able to follow him really well, and I think that will continue to get better as he moves on to the next level. Overall, we gave him a 6.9 out of 10. There are some really big positives to the game. He doesn't have a ton of tread on the tires. He's a hard worker. There are some concerns, maybe not the best blocker. So there's going to be a little bit of concerns there. But, when we look at so far the tight end class, Matt arguably is the best tight end in this class based on what we've seen so far in our evaluations. He's got pluses in a lot of areas, athleticism, hands, being able to kind of shift and move around the field. He has some of that big playability that you'd like to see from the tight end. Not being the best blocker is something that he can work on, hand placement, getting lower, being able to do some of those things. It just takes practice and takes time. I want to stress is 1 year of real starter numbers at the collegiate level. He's going to need a little bit of time. I anticipate him being one of the earlier tight ends drafted, so you will probably see him get action sooner rather than later. If you're looking for tight end help as a fantasy owner, he's one of those guys that you're probably going to want to try to stash in a taxi squad just to see how things develop. If he goes to a really tight end needy team, think of these tight end needy teams that keep kicking the tires on older tight ends, then he probably has a chance to start sooner rather than later. But, make sure you let us know who you want to talk about, who you want us to talk about and evaluate, and keep it locked in here for more 2020 rookie profiles.
Also, right there, playlist. Hit it. Watch the videos. Do it. You want to. Do it.